I have made a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment, and I don't expect to be forgiven. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. There's no drama. We're playing Shindo Life. Yeah, Shindo Life. Yeah, remember that game? Yeah, Shindo Life. I really love Shindo Life though. The Real Games developers are just absolutely popping off Relices, Ninda, and Shindo Life all at once. Just massive respect to those guys. I really appreciate their work. It's really nice. But today we're playing Shindo Life, and I have recorded this video 3 times because my dumbass, yesterday, my mic was on mute. So I recorded a whole video, but no sound. Oh, great. So today, I record another video, and I forgot to unmute my microphone, but now it's unmuted. Hopefully, it's unmuted. Yes, I checked several times. It's totally unmuted. But, you might be asking, what are we gonna be doing today? We're gonna be reviewing every Generation 3 tailed beast. Starting from the first one, the main one, a Paul, Shukaku. So as you can see here, it's supposed to be something from Bleach. Looks very nice. I love the attention to detail. So Q-Spec, I'll only be showing the original moves. Of course, I actually can just show the original moveset on this one. C-Spec, so remember, besides your Q-Spec and your E-Spec on the 3rd stage, all the moves are the same. So this one has no E-Spec. 2nd stage. So the E-Spec on this one, Tailed Beast Bomb Barrage. Sick, right? Q-Spec. Maybe launch one of the Shukaku hands. Your M1's your block. That's actually one of the hands of Shukaku. Both of the hands, sorry. Now Tailed Beast Beam. Very nice. It's kind of like a mini one-handed Kamehameha. They might have been inspired by Dragon Ball. Now your E-Spec. If you launch a bunch of the hands. Your M1s and block are still the same, of course. Q-Spec. That's like the Suna ult from GPO. Now my C-Spec is on cooldown. So while we wait for that, let's just do a Sawaldo! Okay, sorry. C-Spec. Yes, I'm also gonna be posting Blox Fruits right now. I'm helping a dude awaken his dough for absolutely free, actually. I'd normally ask for like a fruit to fully awaken dough, but you know. Anyway, your M1s, you become actually Shukaku. Your M1s are raised, get more range. Very nice model, by the way. Now you look like a hollow from Bleach. E-Spec, that's counter, so if you get hit, you're gonna be launching a Tailed Beast Beam. Your Q-Spec, your Weapon Spec, you summon the Tailed Beast itself. C-Spec, Tailed Beast Beam. This is basically your counter. Like, it's all your counter does. Next one, Maru. Okay, let me just regain some mode. What are you doing? Anyway, Maru. Seems like it's still on cooldown. Let's check out the mode. You have the little hole on your pelvis now. Or near your pelvis. Actually, look here. It's like Guro from GPO. I just realized this, actually. Very nice, too. Anyway, Q-Spec. You launch a tailed... Actually, not a tailed beast bomb. A Maru bomb, I'll call that. With blue flames. Very nice. For your 2nd form... You get a little more of the mask, your skin becomes white, you get a claw, your M1s are different. It's now your tail. So I should check out the Q-Spec. It's a barrage this time. 3rd form. I really like how this 3rd form looks like. M1s are the same. E-Spec. The Maru itself comes and shoots a beam. Hey! You know what I meant. Do not take that out of context. Do not take that out of context. Thank you. Q-Spec. Shoot a barrage of, you know, flame claws. Very nice. 4th form. Tentacion. You become the Maru itself. Very nice. And ones are of course raised. Let's just wait for the Q spec. Look here. This is very good for PvP. I'm still learning PvP in this game. I promise I'll do PvP videos. Here, you do a little claw barrage. You summon the Maru. Let me just regain something. Look, this looks like a move from Dragon Ball. Very nice. Now, Sparky. I mean, I'm sorry to use this word, but Sparky just looks kind of retarded. The mode doesn't look good. Look here. Sparky's actually my favorite Generation 2. Or, yes, Generation 2. Let me just find the mode. Form 4. Look how fucking clean this looks. You got the shell. You got everything here. It's so perfect. It is so perfect. I really love it. But now with this one, I'll get to it. But, yeah. It looks clean, don't get me wrong. M1s are of course the same. Shoot a little bubble here. Very nice. Second form. You now get the hands of the fucking Tailed Spirit. It actually looks really clean with the hands. This mode in particular with the hands just looks really clean. Now, Q-Spec. Shoot a barrage of bubbles. Third form. God, I really hate how this looks like. Look, from the front, it doesn't look bad. But from behind, gosh. I know they tried, but... It's mainly the mask. It looks kind of weird from behind. Anyway. It still looks clean, just looks kind of weird sometimes. Here, E-Spec, Q-Spec. Both of these are really good for PvP, or so I heard. Now, Tentacion mode, your skin becomes white, you get the tails. You become the turtle itself, the Sparky. Very nice. Now, all of your moves are the same. E-Spec, C-Spec, the same. So I'll only be showcasing the Q-Spec when it comes to this mode. Because they're all the same, Actually, I can showcase the C-Spec. Yeah, because this one actually changes. Very nice. Now you actually get your weapon. And you ram it. Oh yeah, and it also stuns. It is very, very nice. Now for the Happy Spirit. One of the best Generation 3 Tailed Spirits. Now it's on cooldown. So it's just Sawaldo! Again, I really love Diosenko. It's such a clean bloodline. But Maru actually also has its own bloodline. Every Tailed Beast does. But this is actually an element, sorry. But all of the others are a bloodline. Anyway, for the mode. You get the little mask. Get the clothes on. M1s. Kind of the same. Look here. Lava breath! You can't tell me this isn't cool. You can't tell me this looks bad. And now you have lava on your hand. It looks so good. It kind of looks like you have teeth there on the mask. I don't know about that. Yeah, M1s. The tail isn't in the way. It's not too big. It's not too small. It's just perfect. Now Q-Spec. Like in GPO, you become magma. Magma swamp. And look there. Dramatic finish. I love that. Now here. Third form. Got lava on both your hands. Now you're starting to look really cool. E-Spec. Like in GPO. You get it? But yeah, I can't just compare this to GPO. Because Shindo Life is a totally different game. Q-Spec. You become the monkey itself. This also looks really cool. But yeah, Shindo Life is its own game. And it's such a good game. It is so great. I know, I just like Bandit, not Bandit Beater, because Shindo Life kind of is a Bandit Beater, but it's like also the community. It's not like a totally shitty community. C-Spec. You actually become the monkey itself. Look here. Very nice. Q-Spec. That's your weapon spec. You launch a little puddle when you're done. God, that's so great. Now, Mustang. This is also one of my favorites. I really love Mustang. I know, did I tell you that one of these were my favorites? I'm not sure. Actually, all of these, they're my favorite. All of these just look really cool. Now for the M ones, they're of course the same. Let's just do a Salvador! Because we're waiting for the Q spec. Yeah, this looks really cool. Get the little horn. Okay, Q spec. It's a rush move. This one is really good for PvP. Now second form, you get a little more of the mask here. You can't see it because of my character's hair. It looks really cool, and you actually have more M1s now. Your tails. So these, really nice. Q-Spec, that's also a rush move. It's kinda different. But it's mostly the same. Now the third form, the one you're gonna be using the most. E-Spec, summon the tailed beast itself. And I'm pretty sure if you get hit by all of these, you're gonna get blinded for a while. Don't take my word on that, actually. It's just from my experience. This one, you summon a little barrier. Not actually sure if that's a barrier. It might be. But yeah, it doesn't really do too much damage when we're looking at the PvE side of the game. Tentacion mode. Of course, get your raised block. The M1s. The C-Spec. Looks very nice. Very nice. Q-Spec. This is more of a light weapon. Yeah, that looks really cool. Now for the Alfie, the snail, the sludge. Now the Alfie is also one of my favorites. It looks really clean. I mean, that's kind of ironic since it's a snail. Snail and clean, that's not really something you hear together a lot. M1's exactly the same. Why does that level up Narumaki 6 paths? I'm confused. But yeah, as you can see, you get a bit of sludge on you. Face changes, eyes change, you get a little horn. Q-Spec. Looks very nice, it has pretty decent AoE. Now for your second form. Look at that. Your M1s, of course your tail now. I mean, it would be nice if it could be a little more, you know, creative, but I get that you gotta push out content at a certain rate, and you don't have too much time to develop a bunch of different things, but still. I respect the developers for what they're doing. But it would be nice if these were a little more, you know, like different. But yeah, mostly the third form is what's unique about this. As you can see here. Very nice. But don't get me wrong, I really like all of these. They look really clean. Q-Spec. God damn! That looks really nice too. Now your Tentacion mode. You have the raised block, you become the Alfie spirit itself. Of course, increased M1s. C-Spec. Looks very clean to me. And the tails, they're not really in the way too much. I mean, they're kind of big, but you know. Okay, Q-Spec. Damn, that's cool. You summon the tailed spirit itself. Actually does. This tailed spirit is kind of weak when you think about it. Compared to all the other ones, this one is more easy to defeat. I mean, but this one is also pretty decent for PvP since it drains chakra from your opponent. Okay, Jojo. This one also looks really clean. This is one of my favorites too. Salvador! I really like this move. Sorry for using it so much. Now for your Q-Spec on this one, get ready. Look at that. That's so nice. Second form. You get the tail, as you can see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tails. The M1s also look clean. Yeah, of course I forgot to show the X-Spec, but that's kind of just the same on every mode. Q-Spec also has decent AoE. For your third form, look at how clean you look. You don't have a hole, so you don't really... They kind of moved away from the whole bleach side of things. Look here. Do a little barrage. Pretty sure you could extend off of this. Yeah, you definitely can. Q-Spec. Summon the Tailed Beast. And this stuns, by the way. This is a really annoying move to get hit by. Fourth form, Tentacion. Get the tails. Raised block. This is probably the highest block in the game. C-Spec. This one is also really annoying to get hit by. Oh. You're just walking by, okay. Look at that guy. I mean, it's an NPC, but still. Q-Spec. Look here. I really like how they really simulate the fact that this is a heavy weapon. It does loads of damage. The Tailed Beast itself also really annoying to fight off, even though it's kind of weak. I mean, the HP itself, it doesn't really have that much HP. Now, Octopop, the 8 tails. This one is like, kind of like a budget Jojo. You'll get what I mean. Let's see here. Looks really clean. You get the mask, little horn, a fist too. You get some octopus shit on your feet. Anyway, Q-Spec. This stuns and blinds. It's kind of broken, you know. If you're inside of it, you get slowed, but if you get hit by it, you'll get stunned for a while. Now, second form. Get more of the mask. It won't really sit on your face that much. Get 2 fists now. M1s. It's now the tails, of course. Q-Spec. Looks really clean. Third form. You now have octopus shit all over you. You have both of the horns. E-Spec. That's a rush. That looks so cool, dude. Now, the Q-Spec. Let's just quickly wait the 2 seconds, 1 second, and there we go. Q-Spec. You can aim this. Let's just do it here. They get stunned by this too, and it has AoE. Tell me that's not broken. Now for the Tentacion, the tails aren't even in the way when you run. I really like that. They're not too big. Bam. Bam. Get the raised block. Not as high as the Jojo or Mustang or Alfie, but you know, it works. So C-Spec. This also stuns and blinds. It is so annoying to get hit by. Q-Spec. It's a heavy weapon you're using. Do a little barrage. And the Tailed Beast, beware when it does its last move. That stuns you too. You won't take damage by it, but it will stun you. It will kind of slow you if you walk into the ink. Now Kurama. The 9 tails. I feel like this was really overhyped. The Generation 3 9 tails. When Generation 3 first came out, everyone was like, oh yeah, look, it stuns you, so don't go into that. When Kurama actually came out, people were like, finally, Generation 3 9 tails. They should have been more excited for Generation 3 10 tails, to be honest. Because yeah, I'm not a fan of the 4th mode. I'll tell you why when we come to that. This is really cool. That's not overhyped, actually. This one looks really cool. The Q-Spec, absolutely love that. Form 2, get more of the mask. And once you're now the tails. Looks absolutely clean. Oh, Q-Spec. That's a small Rasengan. Third form. Look at this, look at this. You throw Rasen shurikens. It doesn't really have sound effects, but you know. I think it has really small sound effects, but Oh, look here, you have a tiny Sharingan in your eye. Don't know if you can see it. Q-Spec. That's also a rush. Again, looks really cool. You can extend off of it. Now, for the 4th form. Look at this. Looks cool, right? But you can't really see the Kurama itself. But still looks cool. And look, the tails are just kind of in the way when you run. So you kind of gotta look at the... Yeah. Kind of like... You kind of gotta look down whenever you want to see. Because if you just run like this, you'll be totally blind. I mean, Sure, if you have a big monitor, it might not be too big of a problem, but if you have a small monitor, those tails would just be in the way. So it would be nice if they could, like, make the tails a bit smaller. Anyway, Q-Spec. This weapon is called God of War, really cool, and I like the effects too. Awesome. C-Spec, look at this. You throw Rasen shurikens. And that was every Generation 3 tailed beast. I didn't forget about 10 tails. I'll do that in another video. I'll make a separate video for the 10 tails, okay? But for now, Jesus Christ, I've recorded this 3 times. That was every Generation 3 tailed beast. Thank you for watching.